So just finished watching Logan. This is probably the second time that I've finished watching the complete film. Yeah, it came out in February and this is August. People have been saying how good it is, and honestly, when the first time I saw it, I found it engaging, but I didn't have like a strong positive emotional reaction after watching it. Second time around, I could see more details, more things that they were trying to say without really saying it. And that is basically decoding information. Great filmmakers encode a lot of layers of information in their pieces of work. And as viewers, sometimes one viewing is not enough. Sometimes one viewing is just about managing your expectations. One viewing is just about finding out what happens. And maybe the second one for me was appreciating what happens instead of trying to find out what happens. The relationships, the family relationships between Xavier and Logan and the X-23 mutant Laura obviously are the center point of the film, and all the drama that happens in the film is because of that. What I really found fascinating in the second viewing was how the location that was in the X-Men comics was something that they actually used. And I found that point very fascinating because isn't that what happens in real life? Like, our science fiction dictates in what direction humans progress in a certain way. So the X-Men comics in the film represent a piece of fiction, a piece of literary work which people follow because everybody knows it. And that has been a fascinating insight, and isn't a lot of the stories from the Bible or the archetypical stories are the stories which guide us and tell us where to go, what to do, even though we may not believe it in the beginning. So I found that fascinating, that element of actually the plot and the location of where they have to go actually also makes sense, which is very rare. I'm not educated enough in terms of film to know what all films of the past it pays tribute to, or what was the film that was playing at the hotel scene, which is a nice moment where we spent a lot of time with the characters, and somehow a lot of these places where we spend time with the characters is actually where the film shines. And the end, obviously, the cross change to the X was classic. It was perfect. I'm not going to talk about how good the performances are because they are really good. And I hope some shots were designed better, but mostly I found the music also to work really, really well, and it's a complete package.